Yeah, so let me get this out the way. Rupert 4678. So for years, the police department has been taking bribes, abusing their badges and guns to give me criminal trespasses all over the place, including at restaurants trying to purchase food and water. So they've had no accountability. So hotels have been enlisted in psychological abuse and mind games, which I have recorded on my YouTube channel, my experiences here. So they're giving me a criminal trespass for no reasoning at multiple different places all over the place. And they gaslight and blame me for their misconduct and say I'm creating disturbance for wanting services, proper treatment. So normally people can say, my towels are dirty. Can I have a remote to watch TV? I'm robbed of those rights. Hotels deliberately create chaos and issues, then blame me for it and then put me out in malice. But it's deliberate.
Okay.
So I get criminal trespasses all over the place and corruption, which I thought were federal charges, abusing your badges and guns to keep someone from the free right of privileges of services in this country, I thought was a felony charge.
Okay, do you have a question?
Are you ethical?
No.
You're not?
No.
Well, then I don't think that we're going to get anywhere.
Okay.
So if you're not ethical, then I appreciate your honesty. People haven't been that honest.
Okay. You said, am I
ethical?
Oh, okay. I guess I'm ethical.
Okay, so if someone repeatedly over and over abuses their badges and guns and gives someone criminal trespasses and malice,
Who has done that?
Armies full of police in multiple different.
I'm not responsible for armies.
Well, today they're doing it. Okay. I just got to Austin fleeing abuse, and then the same thing I was fleeing Dallas from.
So you caused the disturbance, is what they're alleging.
That's a blatant lie. So that's what I'm reporting to you. I'm not quite certain on why I requested to speak with you, and you're being biased. What evidence do you have that I was creating a disturbance?
He told me.
What was it? Find out from him what it was. For him to make false reports to validate bad behavior.
Your remote wasn't working, and they went up and tried to fix it, and then you caused the disturbance with the guy that was trying to fix it.
I have it recorded. No, I didn't.
And then you came downstairs and was causing disturbance down here. So when you left,
do you have that? Do they have that on camera footage that I was creating a disturbance?
They don't need it.
Okay, so they get to make false reports and give me criminal trespasses over and over?
Well, they're not necessarily making a report.
Making false reports? I thought that was criminal. Abusing. Hold on. We're deflecting. I'm pressed for time, obviously, if I have police repeatedly doing this with no accountability. We're pressed for time. So making false reports for police to set up civilians and enlist them in making false reports, what kind of consequences does that carry for the police department? That's what I wanted to get from you.
What do you mean?
Police making false reports to sabotage. I want clarity on what consequences it carries for police to repeatedly make false reports to railroad someone's life. You're not unwilling to answer that question?
I'm asking who's making the false report.
I want that question answered. Are you unwilling to answer the question?
What's your question?
Making false reports, police abusing their power, making false reports.
Hold on. Making a false report? Who is making the false
I just wanted that question answered, sir.
Who's making it?
You're unwilling to answer the question for some reason?
I don't know the answer if I don't know who's making it.
We're deflecting. The question is what is the consequences for police repeatedly making false reports?
I don't make consequences for police. That is for the district attorney.
You're a corporal and you don't know what the consequences are for police making false reports?
No, it's all different.
Okay, well, what are the ranges?
Anywhere from a misdemeanor to a felony.
Okay, if it's a conspiracy of people doing it, do you think possibly it could be a felony?
I don't have control over conspiracies.
Okay, well, you guys haven't had consequences. I fled Dallas to get the same thing.
Okay.
I don't have badges and guns, so I assume that, can I have a police report number for your officer's misconduct?
Sure.
And enlisting this Hotel Sonata to keep me from services and torment me in the free right and privileges of services?
Is it a private company? Sonata private?
They don't have a right to deny me services with the new Constitution. We have civil rights.
And what civil rights are they denying?
Scheming with the police department to give me criminal trespasses.
That's giving you a criminal trespass is not violating your civil rights.
Okay, well, what kind of right is it violating?
They just don't want your business.
Conspiracy to violate rights is a felony charge. I'm mistaken.
They're not conspiring to.
They are. It's a felony charge.
They just don't want.
They don't have a
want
choice
your
to make that.
business.
The law doesn't give them that right to determine if they give me my hotel stay, which I already paid for. That's defrauding me out of funds. They don't have that right to decision to make. The right did not allow them that privilege.
If you cause a disturbance, and they don't want you.
I'm not being heard. Where's the evidence of a disturbance?
I don't need the evidence.
Well, then that's a false report, and that
not.
carries consequences.
Just because there's no evidence.
If there's no evidence and you want to give me a criminal trespass all over the
I
place,
didn't want to give you a criminal trespass. Nobody wanted to give you a criminal trespass.
but criminal trespass was planned before I got here. My phone kept railroading me to come here to this hotel before I even got here. You won't investigate the hack device. You keep covering for it.
I don't know the first thing about.
Oh, well then let me report it now. Let me report it now. My phone's hacked in Austin right now.
Get a new phone.
All of them are hacked.
Okay. Don't use a phone.
But hacking a phone is a crime. Why aren't you doing law enforcement?
It all depends on if they get value out of it.
They did.
What?
I've been defrauded out of thousands. Each hotel stay I'm booking, it changes prices, defrauded me out of funds. I booked the lift and it went from $15 to $56 in seconds. When I hit confirm, the 15, it immediately changed to 56, locking in the $56, and it had just been 15.
You willingly added all that. Don't add it. Don't use your phone for stuff.
But you deny tamper with evidence is a felony, though. You don't have the right to do that.
Don't use your phone if you don't want. If it's hacked.
But tampering with evidence is a felony. You have you don't have the right to deprive someone of law enforcement.
If it's hacked, don't use your phone. Go back to the 80s. Don't use your phone. Right? What do you got to use your phone for?
That's pointless.
Okay, give her the case number, and you need to go.
This is my name and badge number on the front. This is the case number.
Case number for the criminal trespass?
Yes, my corporal's name and number.
Okay.
My name and badge
But I
number
can't be
as
heard,
well.
period. I can't be heard, period, for why I wanted to talk to
Ms.
him.
Clark, if you'd let me explain, I can explain
Okay.
this to you. A business in the state of Texas has the right to receive.
But that's not what I'm talking about. We've already discussed
You like
that.
to interrupt.
We've already discussed that.
No, we
I'm
have
not being
No,
heard.
we have not.
We have. I already have heard.
Okay.
That's not my question. You said saying that
They
I'm
have the right to
interrupted.
refuse service.
I'm not
They
being
already
heard.
told you
I
no
asked to
one
speak.
wants you here.
I asked to speak with your corporal regarding my rights, not the business's rights.
Listen, the business has the right to do
Right.
that.
But I asked to speak with you
You
regarding
need to
me
talk
being
to-
violated.
You need to talk to.
I wanted to do a report. So he did a report on the hotel. I wanted to do a report from you, and you're tampering with evidence, which is a felony. I wanted to do a report on how this is a repeated misconduct all over the
I
place.
gathered no evidence.
I'm asking the corporal, because I'm trying to report you. You've already given me the criminal trespass, but you guys are tampering with evidence and won't hear me out.
Okay. Explain how he tampered with evidence.
Because he's only taking the hotel side, which he set up. There's two sides to every story, and I wanted a report from my side. But you're tampering with evidence and won't take it.
What report do you want to report?
What I've already reported to you, that this is a pattern that follows me, and my abuser's controlling an army full of people, that he should not. And has no accountability. His name is Jason Gardner. I don't know what's going on because he's from Louisiana. I made like 40 reports on him, and all police departments have lost him. Even the one in Louisiana, when I went up to his job to find out what was going on with my life ever since I ended the online relationship, they lost it too.
Okay.
So about 40 different reports on him keeps getting misplaced and lost.
File it in Louisiana.
I'm filing it here right now because I think he's controlling you guys.
Control over Louisiana.
I'm in Austin, and I think he's controlling you guys.
I have no idea who he is.
Well, you won't take the report that shows
He's
evidence.
controlling me.
Well, are you taking the report of the abuser?
How did he abuse you?
He's enlisting police to enforce his abuse in hotels and restaurants.
Now we're going in circles. He's enlisted police. Okay, we're done.
And
You
grab
have the
your
case
backpack
number.
so
You
I
have
can get
everything you
this.
need.
You didn't only gave me the
Grab
case
your
number for the
backpack.
hotel
Thank you.
part, not mine.
Yep.
So who's the criminal's license plate number? I'm not from here. I don't know where the bus stop is, and this endangers my safety, and I'm not heard.
It's that. There's the.
I didn't give him the key card back. I don't have my receipt. I get defrauded out of funds. The police department enforces it. I have a salad in the refrigerator I want. I just bought food, and I want it out the refrigerator. There are scams to take food all the time, and anything else that can be stolen.
Scam.
Because if you're not scamming, if you're not scamming, then you get charges. So you have to scam and do it.
Accountable for yourself.
I have to be degraded. My abuser's setting it up. Let me take it. While I have food in the freezer. I want my food out the refrigerator that I just bought.
You bought a refrigerator?
The food in the refrigerator that I just bought from the store, I want it out the refrigerator.
Okay. If I have them go retrieve that, then you need to leave the property.
I don't have any choice. You haven't been held accountable.
It's actually been really nice to you.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate people abusing their badges and guns to defraud me out of funds and hotel stays. Appreciate that. Appreciate police keeping me in jeopardy, tampering with evidence, and hacking my phone. Taking bribes. Appreciate that. Being enlisted in psychological abuse, coming out to torment and intimidate and oppress me. Appreciate that. Working behind the scenes to have bus drivers drive reckless and endanger other parties' life. Appreciate that. Appreciate the police department setting up people to degrade me, disrespect me, violate me, hunt me down, stalk me, rob me, attack me, keeping me from my kids. Appreciate that. Appreciate police department setting up for my jobs to lie on me so I can't work. Appreciate that. Appreciate the police department forcing me to be out on the street, sitting on benches and can't do that. Appreciate that.
They're sending someone upstairs to get your food.
Appreciate that I have 50, 60 people blocking my path a day set up by the government. Appreciate that. I heard it. You're getting the salads.
No, ma'am, I have another question for you. But you keep talking and you won't let me finish. Do you want the food that's on the table in here that you were eating when I came here?
Yes, I'll take it. Appreciate that. Appreciate all you setting up people to interrupt me talking so you don't get your charges all day long and night from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep.
What's the address?
Gang stalking is a felony.
Yes.
But interruptions planned so you don't get your charges.
I didn't hear a word.
Appreciate that.
Look, he's bringing you the food. How nice.
Yeah, put out the hotel room. How nice. And another scheme.
You didn't have to
How
do
nice.
that.
He didn't have to put me out either. How nice.
Thank you.
I didn't put you out.
Nobody put you out except yourself. The hotel doesn't want to deal with
The
it.
intimidation, oppression, gaslighting, narcissistic police department, as well as an army full of other
Do you
environments.
remember me giving you the information to the Office of Police Oversight?
They're crooked. You guys are covered for in the conspiracy. I've already tried, and our location's covered for the crimes.
You said you just got to Austin, so how did you already try with Austin's?
I've tried with all other police departments, and they're all crooked. I go nowhere.
All right. Just so you're aware of the exist.
So I bought razors and the hair product, and I noticed if someone would do law enforcement, I can tell that an abuser's controlling these people. He don't want me getting dressed. It is not safe for me to be myself and look nice. I'm not heard. 4 police came when I put on lip gloss in a scheme to keep me from using transit. Then they want to talk about the way I look when he has the police department on a leash and the government. It's not safe. So I think really that he did not want me doing my hair. And this is a scam to keep me from fixing myself up. And he has the police department as minions. That's what I really think. I had all the products out. And I'm not going to go have them get it out the shower. But they're just the travel size. And then I got the new product. I think he don't want me fixing myself up. And he scammed to keep me from doing my hair. That's what I think this is about. And then they have to laugh and deflect. No, what you took the abuser's name and didn't give me a report on it. You guys deflected with the criminal trespass. I don't know why his name has been missing from the report 40 times.
No one's deflected.
Well, I'm talking to the corporal. I'm talking to the corporal, not you. I called the corporal out for you because of your misconduct. So once again, along with the 40 other reports that are now missing, I didn't get the report for the abuser. That was just the one for the criminal trespass. Then you had the lady come interrupting the scam to deflect. Where's the report for the abuser? 40 other ones are missing. Yes.
What's your question?
The report, the lady that you guys set up to interrupt so we can deflect on the abuser?
Oh, the lady that
Yeah,
asked
so-
if this is 75.
Okay, but anyway, to make a long story short, 40 other reports have came up missing and you were taking a report and got distracted. Where's the report number for the abuser? Because 40 other ones disappeared.
Okay, I'm still waiting for a question. Ask me a question.
Yeah, I gave you the abuser's name and that who I think is setting this up and you never gave me the report number.
You didn't give me anybody's name except you just saying that
You said
made all these
Louisiana.
accusations against other police departments.
Well, I don't know why 40 reports for him came up missing, sir, including the one that I'm trying to make now. We were distracted and deflected. Because if he's controlling government officials, and that means that they're conspirators in abuse, with his abuse, and that carries consequences. So I don't know why all police departments protect him 40 times.
I don't even know who he is.
Okay, well, I'm doing a report right now, so you will know.
But you have to do it in Louisiana if it occurs
No,
in Louisiana.
it's occurring now because I think that he enlisted this hotel for abuse.
Did you choose to come here?
We're deflecting. I'd like to do a report. I have a
Did you
constitutional right to
choose
do police
come
reports.
here? Did you walk in on your own accord and give him your money?
Are you denying me the right to do a report for my abuser?
Not everything's a right. What do you think's a right?
I thought it was a crime for you to deny me a police report.
No.
It's not criminal for you to tamper with evidence and deny me reports to cover for my abuser? That's not criminal? That's not criminal for you to tamper with evidence and deny me a report? That's narcissistic, sir?
You're like this.
That's narcissistic and gaslighting? That's psychological
Here's
abuse?
your food. It's time to go.
So you're denying me the report from my abuser like all others?
The food.
I have to put this in something. Can I have a
Make
lid?
it quick.
No.
I can't.
No.
Okay, make it quick. I'll go to jail for trying to report my abuser again. What was the purpose of you calling him out if he was going to cover for your crimes?
You just said you called and asked for it.
I did, but he didn't do anything. He covered for your misconduct.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to take a report for the abuser because 40 other ones came up
You
missing.
made 40 times.
They all came up missing.
So,
That's an issue to take up with that.
But I'm doing one here because he's committing a crime
Nothing
here.
to do with us here.
It does. The crime is happening
nothing to do
here.
with Austin.
It does. The crime is happening here.
You were complaining about a police department in Louisiana.
I'm complaining about something that happened in Austin.
What happened in Austin?
That you guys are taking bribes, putting me, enlisting this hotel to put me
You have to go
out.
to the Office of Police Oversight.
Go to the Office of Police Oversight if we're taking bribes.
Hold on, I gotta find something to put this stuff in. Right, I'm used to police not helping me, but he went off in there. I don't know if he's gonna get help, but police don't normally help me. All they do is bully and violate.
I just don't. We don't
Yeah.
sit there and get.
But he went off in there like he was gonna help, but I don't know because I don't normally get help from the police department. Only crimes. So let's see. He looked like he was gonna go in there and get something for me. That's a new for me because all I get is bullies, not help with people that want to help from the police department. So at least let's see how this goes.
See how it goes.
Yes.
I mean, it's amazing when you're nice to people how you.
Gaslighting someone is a form of psychological abuse, sir. That's abusive. And there's misconduct for police departments to abuse their power to do so. That could be considered misconduct and carry consequences if someone were to investigate it.
Everybody's
Gaslighting someone and blaming them for your misconduct can be considered misconduct and carry consequences if the right person were to investigate it with integrity. That carries consequences. Blaming someone else for your crimes.
It's time to go. This is your last.
Thank
Last
you.
thing I'm doing for you.
Yeah, that's what it's the only thing you did for me instead of setting up for me to get put
Put your
out.
food in there. Why are you putting it in the bag? Let's go.
I'm getting it. I can't get it ready with the threats. I can't get it ready. I can't get it ready with the threats.
Let's go.
So I can't put it in the bag.
You
Yes,
can put it in
you
the bag,
can.
but I'm telling you to
Quickly.
hurry up.
You know, doing this to someone is a form of abuse that abuse tactics.
Let's go.
I'm getting it together.
All you're doing is
This is a form
all
of
you're
psychological
doing is-
abuse that abusers use
Yep.
and forcing their victims out real quickly so they don't have time to think. This is a form of abuse.
You've been trespassing. They don't want you here. It's time to go.
So it's a deliberate tactic to keep that the victim bound. If you quickly force them out where they don't have time to think,
You're
it's
gonna
a
have to
form of
enjoy your
abuse.
day.
Try what's going on.
Yeah. That's it.
So I have to keep it recording because time I stop, they start the games when I'm getting my things together. So it has to be all this downtime because they start the torment and hustling. Time I stop recording, they immediately know. I don't know how they do, but they do. So to not get violated, I have to keep the recording going on. But this is misconduct that they have not had accountability for. What?
Have you ever heard of the Freedom of Information Act?
What is that?
Freedom of Information Act gives you the ability to contact the police department and get my body camera video should you request it.
I've already done that for a false arrest, and I don't have that right. They told me that I had. I don't have
You
it,
have to
sir.
pay for it.
I've already done it. They said it came up missing. I asked my attorney that was crooked, and then I can't get my records from Dallas. They said that they chose the records that I have because I made dozens of reports about government officials taking bribes to keep me away from my kids. So they don't want these powerful people getting consequences, so they won't give me my records. I don't have the rights that a normal citizen have, sir. You're mistaken. No one's held people accountable. I don't even have the right to use my own cell phone or have hotel stays in this country. It's not safe for me to live here. But you guys won't help me set up an exit strategy because you don't get accountability for your crimes.
Okay.
I don't know where the bus stop is. I'm new to this area.
There.
She's just going to drive. The bus drivers are just going to drive reckless with no accountability.
Straight down the driveway.
So my phone said that the bus didn't run here the other day, remember? So I had to get a lift. But they know my device is hacked. So it is a walk. It's like that when your abuser can control your phone. And websites you see. Alter web pages with no accountability. This is an awkward place for a bus stop. They lie and keep me in jeopardy. I don't know what's going on. Let's see.
911, do you need police, fire, EMS, or mental health services?
I'm not quite sure. I'm at, I just left Sonesta on 35, and the police department keeps taking bribes, and I'm not protected from them to keep me in jeopardy. So in each environment, they're forcing me out and contributing to psychological abuse and enlisting other people to do the same thing. So daily, I'm subjected to psychological abuse, disrespect, and mistreatment. So right now, I'm outside of, I just left Sonesta. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know if buses are over here. They had me walk this way, but police do this all the time in Malice. I just fled Dallas from the same misconduct and mistreatment, and immediately it's here in Austin. I travel all over to different locations, and our police departments are taking bribes to keep me in abuse. That impedes on my safety, but nothing's repeatedly done. So I've been robbed of my ability to report misconduct and how police repeatedly endanger my safety by denying me law enforcement and enlisting civilians in their torture campaign.
Did you want me to send you somebody? Like I can have an officer, a mental health officer come and speak to you.
So you want a mental health officer? Okay, if that's what you guys want, since you don't do law enforcement, and I'm not don't have the right to report federal charges, federal crimes.
Oh, well, absolutely. I can send you an instant officer.
But I mean, that's the only thing that people want me to do is get mental health treatment. When I go to mental hospitals, I get my property damage and thefts, and nothing's resolved. They contribute to psychological abuse as well. So I'm in this perpetual hamster wheel.
Did you want me?
I think it has something to do with why the police department keeps coming to my provider, giving me criminal trespasses. I think maybe my calls are spoofed. I don't understand why police would have a right to come out to my providers and interrupt me telling them crimes are being committed with my phone. I thought that would be criminal to abuse your badges and guns to enforce parties to enforce crimes. But there's been no accountability, so each time I'm going to my provider, the police department's giving me a criminal trespass. The police is now fleeing the scene that was stalking me, now that I'm trying to call the police on the police. But I've been robbed of that ability to report crimes and misconduct by the police department all over that put my life at risk. They won't investigate hit and runs. They won't investigate attacks. They won't investigate hacked phone. They won't investigate identity theft. They won't investigate conspiracy to violate rights. They won't investigate a range of things. Stalking. They won't investigate that. They won't investigate identity theft. They won't investigate the bank not giving me my funds in my account with a valid social security card and ID. They won't investigate false reports to keep me away from my children. They won't investigate the stalker. They won't investigate drivers on buses driving dangerous, which almost cost my death because I almost fell up under the bus. One had my hand bleeding. Then another bus driver almost hit another car. They refused to investigate that. It was trying to scare me and couldn't slow down and almost hit the car. If they won't investigate why a bus driver caused a mother, if they had her daughter in her seat, to get knocked on the floor while I was riding the bus. They won't investigate 3 or 4 threats a day. They won't investigate prank calls. They won't investigate altered web pages. They won't investigate hacked emails and Facebook pages that I'm still currently locked out of.
Well, what I can do.
They won't investigate why shelters blatantly lie on me and scheme and keep me from shelter, putting my safety at risk. In 30 minutes, do you know where a bus stop is in my area? You're talking very very low.
Can you hear me better now?
What's your name?
Can I have someone?
What is your name?
Sure, my name is April.
Your name is what?
April.
April, and your ID
What's
number?
the month?
And your ID number.
Sure, it's 4352.
Okay, so for reporting all these federal charges, once again, the only option that I'm railroaded and enforced that I have so these people don't get their felonies is mental health treatment, once again. So out of all the crimes that I just reported, so when that man got murdered, what was his name? Alton Sterling? I can't remember his name. When he got murdered, okay, well, can I finish speaking? Can I finish speaking? The time now is 2024. And what I witnessed the police department have done scares me, okay? Just like someone had to call the police to try to save Alton Sterling's life, which they were not able to. We need the ability to report these government officials' misconduct that endangers everyone's safety, okay? So I've been robbed of that. Endangering other parties' lives when I'm on buses. But the only thing that they repeatedly want me to do is get mental health treatment so these people do not get their charges. Like they had to call the police I don't know if his name was Alton Sterling, the one that died, the one that said he couldn't breathe. I'm sorry?
Try to give you the police monitor number several times now. You won't take it.
I won't take it?
I should try to give you the number.
Okay, so from place to place, I'm just trying to get clarity. So from place to place, I'm not able to speak. I'm not able to speak. So having someone to have to record every single event so that there's evidence of every step that they take is monitored and controlled and malice. Forcing someone to do that because their experiences aren't realistic. Every turn that they're taking, someone is set up to argue, degrade, gaslight, and violate. In order to prove that, you have to record every interaction because it's not realistic. Even trying to call help from 911, reporting an excessive amount of power abuse. 911 covers for it repeatedly over and over. You'd have to prove something like that repeatedly keeps happening. And all these mind games and torment every single step I take, which are federal charges that people have yet to get. So 911, you guys have been covering up crimes for years and want to set me up for mental health treatment that I can't get. This puts my safety at risk. I have fled to get nowhere, but exactly where I started. I don't think that anything is going to change until these government officials get accountability for their crimes. Hacking my device is brilliant. That way I'm robbed of any kind of possibility to flee on my phone. Then you enlist the locations I'm at to commit crimes and then hack their phones. Which identity thieves, before COVID, I stated don't need that much power, but I'm repeatedly unheard. I don't know how people have the access to do all this unless they are identity thieves. How can you alter sites, spoof calls, break into computers? All of them I'm at. So, ma'am, this calling 911 has got me nowhere all these years, or the police, or anywhere else I'm going to get help. So it looks like they're spinning my wheels. I don't see a bus stop. Are you there, ma'am? This man is staring at me. I don't know. Where'd he go? I can't see it by this truck. He immediately turned off. Stalking's a felony charge. I don't know where a bus stop is, ma'am. I'm new to this area.
Okay, well, I don't either. So I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect and take another emergency call.
This car is speeding up for some reason. Maybe it thinks I'm about to cross the street, but it put pedal to the metal when I got over here. So the police department wanted my safety to be endangered by walking to the freeway. They're just standing in front of the door. I don't appreciate people being prepared for me to walk in. Before I get there, already prepared to ruin my food. Already prepared to walk past. That's odd to just stand in front of a customer's walkway. Hello. Oh, what time are you open? 11? Oh. Okay. Do you guys know where any bus stops are? Okay. Can I sit down and figure? Okay. I'm trying to flee abuse. Why are you in the walkway?
Oh, we are just looking at the gum on the floor.
The what?
The gum on the floor?
Gum?
Yeah, the gum.
Oh, the gunk.
Gum, yes.
Oh, okay. You're about to power wash?
Yes.
Okay. You're about to power wash. It's funny. If me fighting for my life and life being endangered has been funny to an army full of people. That's why I'm stuck in it. It's all funny if it's not you. So I go up by the freeway and make a left? I'm just want a bus stop. I don't have a destination. I get stopped.
Yeah. This parking lot. This parking lot. Go to the right there. Follow all the way to the dead end. Make a right. Then get back on the road, but really just go 183, make a left.
Yeah, people, this is the most unusual thing. Are you walking off?
No.
Okay, so go there to the left, dead end, walk to the dead end.
Go to 183, make a left, and then you'll see it.
Is this 183?
Not this freeway right here.
So you said that it was go down this way and then it was one at the end.
Yeah, make a left.
Okay, but you want me to walk further than that and go to 183?
I'm trying to see the closest bus stop.
Okay, which one is the closest? Because you're the.
Oh, okay.
Because you said go down there. I just have the strangest things that you have to see to believe. So will people deliberately try to wipe me out physically, which I think endangers my safety.
No, I don't endanger my safety.
I mean, it doesn't endanger yours, but I think it endangers mine.
No, it doesn't endanger. How's it going to endanger your safety?
Because if I need knee replacements in both legs and I'm anemic and people deliberately try to wear me out physically and mentally, that puts my safety at risk.
I tell them, I'm like, yo, I need a soda or something. Like, I need some sugar, caffeine or something.
Yeah, to have an army full of people being listed to, come around me and get me off course year after year, you'd have to see something like that to believe it. Giving me wrong directions and wrong information year after year. You'd have to see someone experiencing things like that. So the closest one is go down here and make a left on the freeway, or I can go to the long one, walk all the way to the dead end.
Okay.
You don't want me to know? I experience strange things like this all the time. I can't call 911.
I don't think I won't.
You told me 2 locations. You said go down there to the left, and there was one right there. Then you said then there was one farther that go to the walk to make a dead end. People deliberately give me instructions that are sabotage.
Minor. Come on. If you listen to what I'm saying, and you do exactly what I said.
You made it confusing. Go in the middle and take the shortcut and walk to the dead end to 183, but we're not by 183.
Cancel that one. Go down here to the light. Left. Don't go underneath the bridge. Just make a left. You'll be right there. There'll be a bus stop.
So it's close, just right here at the corner, like by where La Quinta Inn is.
Just a little bit further down. Probably I want to say like less than a quarter mile. Man, I was jumping in the truck, bro. Like, what do we got to do to leave this place? This place is terrible. Like, this place is horrible, man. That's what I'm doing.
No peace allowed. Everywhere I turn.
Huh? So we just
Swig, the deliberate sweeping in my face. Police department setting it up. Power wash every turn I make. And malice. This is the torture campaign. All the combined incidents are torture. He just did it and he's back doing the same thing again.
Never give your social security number or any other personal information to anyone other than an agent. For your increased security, SMI agents will never ask for the full security card number or your PIN. For balance, card administration, to access live customer service, press 1.
Oh, I see he's sweeping all the rugs out in my face.
To discover the transaction or to inquire about a pending transaction, press 3.
But there's multiple different sides, not with just this side. This is a pattern.
To repeat this information, press the star key. Please hold while the call is being transferred. Today. We appreciate your patience and know your time is valuable. We now have your patience.
My name is Letty. May I have your first and last name, please?
Yes, I've done disputes, and for years, SMI One card has been covering for me being defrauded out of funds, and even threatened to disable my card when I reported the repeated fraud and criminal activity that to defraud me out of funds. So I did this dispute for the 105.92 that I was defrauded out of for La Quinta Inn and Denton. Then I did a dispute of the $15 charge that changed to $56. And then I was charged for canceling the reservation for Lyft. So I started recording and uploading the crimes because it repeatedly kept happening and there was nothing I can do because I was trapped in it. So then I was defrauded out of $260. It was supposed to be $217. Are you looking at it for Priceline? For two hotel stays? Are you with me?
I can see that what's on your account, but I do have to transfer you over to the dispute department.
Okay. Let's see how this goes.
Is there anything else that I can help you with?
No, I think the feds need to do something. There's nothing I can do. I don't have the power. This has been forced on me years, ma'am. Okay. So I just hold it. Well, held. And now I'm holding again. The dispute team is new. Used to be that they could help me with issues. But for these deliberate holds, now they have a dispute team they have to transfer me to. If your abuser gives businesses a free power wash, I'd take it. You know, forget to tell them that you're violating someone. I'll power wash your driveway that she's sitting there for free. Okay. Free power wash, sure. You there? You're really low, ma'am. This happens so often. Can you speak up?
Yes, ma'am. Can I get your first and last name on the account?
Yes, the customer service is so bad now. They used to transfer over to other departments and give all the information. Now you have to repeat yourself over and over, giving all this information to scammers year after year.
I appreciate that, ma'am. And how may I help you today?
Yes, I was disputing charges for the 105.92 for La Quinta Inn and Denton. And I was disputing charges for the $56 that Lyft charged me when it was supposed to be $15. And then it immediately changed to $56. After I pressed confirm, then I canceled it. Then I was charged for that, but that's not fair because if it was supposed to be 15 and then changed for 56 to defraud me out of funds, then there was another charge for a cancellation, but the Lyft driver never came. Then there was a $260 charge that was supposed to be $217, but I never had the hotel stay. Police forced me out of La Quinta Inn, East Dallas. It was supposed to be I'm sorry?
Let me how much was that one?
It was supposed to be $217, but I was charged $260. But even the $260, I didn't get the hotel stay. The police forced me out. So then I was charged today for the Sonesta, and the police forced me out again. So I wanted to dispute that charge.
And I'm sorry, what you said, what was the last name?
The Sonesta in Austin. So we have the 105.92 for La Quinta and Den. We have the 260 for La Quinta Inn in East Dallas when our police forced me out of there. We have the $15 for the lift, and then that changed to $56, and the 2 cancellation fees because I was being defrauded out of funds, forced to cancel it. Then the other cancellation fee, the Lyft driver never came, but charged me the fee. And I'm locked out of my account, so I can't see other fraudulent charges. Because it's a pattern that has followed me, and you guys have been covering for the charges years, like when AT&T would not give me phone service. So I called to do it and then charged me 2 times in 1 month. And you guys covered for it and would not give me dispute that. So I had to get away with it from you guys because you kept covering for crimes. So the dispute team has not called me. I'm sorry?
I'm trying to look at the charges that you have on the account.
I went to go eat at PF Chang's, and then the bill was supposed to be $60. I treated a friend. The bill was supposed to be $60, and then they charged me $100. And then when I tried to dispute it, they charged me $100 2 more times. And you guys covered for it, so I had to go down to PF Chang's, and then he's covering for you guys' crimes and said he accidentally did it. But I've been defrauded out of the thousands. I think enlisting businesses to take the fall for the government's criminal activity is sick. And who else are they defrauding out of funds besides myself? If civilians would take the fall for their crimes.
So I'm looking at the account, the charge for the lift, the $56.98 has been put back into the account, reversed on that one. We can try to get you back into your online account so you can see what we're seeing on the side.
But I've just disputed all these charges with you, and you guys have made it difficult and cover for crimes years. So if you guys keep covering for crimes and I'm forced to talk to scammers, that defrauds me out of funds. Given my social and all the information that I've given you for you guys to repeatedly cover for crimes. And then demanding that till you put your own tips when I stopped being afraid and went out by myself to eat and enjoy life. Then you guys as punishments put your own tips to defraud me out of funds because my abuser was not happy with me getting out. And then when I went to Greenville, got furious and then enlisted my job to lie on me so I lose my job. But I haven't been able to do anything to stop this. But I don't think SMI1 needs to be conspired with my abuser's abuse and all these other conspirators without accountability. So we were talking about all those charges.
So the last dispute that you had for La Quinta for the 105.92.
Okay.
That one I know. Right now, as of now, it says that one, the dispute department unauthorized dispute for 105.92 for La Quinta. Her investigation, that no error was found on that one.
Well, you guys have covered for crimes. If I didn't stay there, how is it no error? But the SMI1 is repeatedly covered for crimes and helping people defraud me out of funds. Why would it be okay if it's no error if I never stayed there? Why would you guys let AT&T charge me 2 times in 1 month for services I never got and add your own tips to defraud me out of funds and punish me for each restaurant I went trying to live my life? And there's been no accountability. Okay, so you're refusing to do anything regarding me getting defrauded out of funds for the La Quinta Inn and Denton that I never went to. that they were not supposed to charge my card and only at the hotel if I went. But it didn't happen like that, and you're covering for that again. So what about the other charges? Like you covered for PF Chang. Then no, I'm talking about the other ones. I just said you had to go to PF Chang's because you were covering for that. And you guys repeatedly kept covering for crime, so I just went in person and try to get people to abide by the law and not defraud me out of funds.
I'm sorry, I'm just having a hard time understanding.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Letting me know. Now, what would you like, ma'am?
I went all over the other charges. I went over all the other charges. You forgot about all the other charges?
Okay. So the net for $56.
We already went over that, ma'am. Yes, we've already went over that.
Yeah.
They reversed it out. What I think happened is I was being defrauded out of funds, ma'am. And since you're conspirators in the abuse, you pretend like it's reversed out because I started recording it. So then you guys started covering for crimes. So now when they fraudulently charge me, like at the vending machine, you cover for it and say it's reversed out. So they don't get accountability for defrauding me out of funds like they've been robbing me blind years. We've already been over that. Then there's 2 charges for Lyft for cancellations.
I see one on December 1st, another one on, there's a $7 and $5. You want to just be both two?
Right, I've already done this already. Because I didn't cancel I was being defrauded out of funds being charged. It was supposed to be 15, not 56. And then it changed to 56. Immediately when I push confirm. But no one will investigate these altered sites that defraud me out of funds every single day. So then I was forced to cancel it because that wasn't the proper rate. And then the other cancellation, the Lyft drivers that I was waiting on them all this time canceled on their own in malice, leaving me in jeopardy because I can't use transit properly or Lyfts. My abuser controls all of it. So they canceled the Lyft out that I was waiting on in malice and then charged me for it. But I've already done this, ma'am, already. But go ahead, ma'am. This happens repeatedly over and over. I'm sorry? Hold. So that was amazing that PF Chang charged me when I wasn't even there. 2 more $100 charges in malice. The $60 wasn't right, charged me $100, and then when I tried to dispute it, charged me $100 2 more times. And I was blind and could not stop it until I started uploading videos. Still currently being defrauded out of funds on YouTube as well. Who has the power to defraud you out of funds on a whole YouTube channel? I've been on the phone about 6 minutes. They conspire to help my phone go dead and play games, and then after they have all these whole long holds, then they'll hang up. I've already did this complaint. But I'm talking to scammers. Time is now 10:14. I think I've been holding like 8 minutes. Look who's over there still stalking. Wanting to interrupt me from speaking with SMI 1 card scammers. Probably set it up. No accountability. Remember, an army full of people didn't care about this before COVID. It's 10:19. The phone immediately went off. Scammers have been covering for these crimes years. And I'm forced to speak with.
I did go ahead and put in those 2 Lyft for you. Also, I'm going to go ahead and put in the La Quinta for the $215.98 on that, ma'am. So just to let you know, ma'am, the time frame from that, it can be anywhere from 45 to 90 days.
And the Sinesta? The Sinesta?
The Sinesta? Okay, give me 1 second.
But I have a conundrum because you guys keep covering for crimes. If I didn't stay at the 105, ma'am, I'm not, the scammers keep talking while I'm talking to cover for crimes. This is misconduct, ma'am, if I'm not able to speak. I'm not able to speak, ma'am. I don't like being forced to talk to scammers that cover for my abuse and me from being defrauded out of funds repeatedly over and over. I can't talk to you if you won't let me speak to cover for crimes like you guys have been doing years. I've already had to suffer a great amount of psychological abuse, ma'am, everywhere I turn. This is misconduct for you to be a representative and won't let me speak to dispute charges, to cover for them. Well, then if you let me speak to tell you what the police just did this in the hotel. But you're not letting me speak, ma'am. This is torment and a lot of psychological abuse I have to endure everywhere I step and turn, enforced by the government. I can't get a break for everywhere I turn. It's conspiring with my abuse. Can I speak, ma'am? You've already had me on hold all this time, ma'am, and you guys have been covering for crimes years. Can I speak? Another hold in malice. They want to make sure my phone goes dead so they can get out of control. The other phone does not work properly. 10, 15 hours to do an upload. But there's been no charges. And then people want to be concerned, why do I have an attitude? And everywhere I turn is conspiring with my abuse. Calling all over the country on my phone. Walking down the road. Someone playing games, set up to play games, and have me walk all over the country for nothing. Just to wear me out physically, an anemic person that needs knee replacements in both legs. Carrying all this place, all this location to location. Nothing repeatedly done. Something to drown out SMI 1 stat. Noise pollution everywhere I'm at. Power washing. Security. Ma'am, I don't want to go to a specialist, ma'am. Ma'am, hello.
Just give me 1 second.
Ma'am, I don't want to go over to a specialist with this con to transfer me to location to get nowhere. This is abuse, ma'am, that I've been forced to endure years. Everywhere I turn, repeatedly not heard. Now the battery's going dead in the con. That's what they wanted. They're all working together. The good phone's battery's going dead. And then the other one takes 10 or 11 hours to upload. But what chance do I have if they're shutting down businesses so I can't you charge my phone? Cutting power so no one has power, damaging property, he's idling the engine for no reason, knowing you never believe it. While the police supervise. But repeatedly experiencing this, I realized that it was prearranged. It's not just bad luck, it's deliberate. And then the phone's prematurely going dead. I don't know how many more ways to get from alive. I have to talk to the scammers at another time.